The fishing news is brought to you by Shoreline Insurance Agency.
Win the incredible Steigercraft, Evinrude, Loran's Grand Prize Boat Package, and more in the Fisherman's 2018 Dream Boat Fishing Challenge. Get the details at thefisherman.com.
Tim C. Smith here for the Fisherman's video fishing forecast, and it looks like this weekend will be a very fishable one. And as of now, light winds are forecasted and maybe just a chance of a few showers on Saturday. The Suffolk Marine Anglers Tournament has been rescheduled to this Sunday the 10th, and there is still time to enter. Visit SuffolkAnglers.com. It was a slow start to the week in most areas thanks to stiff east winds on Sunday and heavy rains on Monday. Definitely some shifts in the action over the past week, with more short fluke showing up and catches along the South Shore and bluefish blitzes becoming less frequent and consisting of mostly smaller cocktails. The Western Sound, on the other hand, now seems well populated with big blues, porgies, and stripers keeping those rods bent, while the East End is turning out a good number of quality fluke and solid striper action. On the East End, fluking held strong between the forks into the weekend, with quality the name of the game. Oyster Factory, Bugs Light, East Marion, Greenport, and Orient Harbor all producing quality fish to 10-plus pounds. Captain Mike on the Primetime 3 has seen a few trips where the average keeper has been in the 5-pound range. Captain John said the skinny water fluke bite is on in Shinnecock Bay with a nice mix of keepers and shorts. In Montauk, Mike at Star Island Marina told of very good fluking before all the wind and rain, with quite a few double-digit fluke weighed in at the marina. Good numbers of stripers in plum gut and the Montauk rips, from schoolies to 20 pounds on bucktails, diamond jigs, and trolling. If you're looking for bigger fish, quite a few 20 to 40-pound bass are shadowing the bunker schools around Sag Harbor, according to Ken at Tight Lines Tackle. The big fish are coming from the Ferry Slip, Cedar Point, and the Jessops area. On the South Shore, bluefish are still around, less consistent and fewer big ones in the bays and inlets. Bass fishing still dominated by schoolies, but some big fish are working into the area. Captain Walter on the Captree Fish Finder reported that Saturday night's trip saw fish to 40 pounds on eels. Captain Al on the Skimmer said the water has cleaned up in the ocean since the blow and found fish to 30 pounds on the bunker schools. Perfect timing for this weekend's tournament. On the fluke front, the keeper ratio dropped this week, with the brown tide showing up in some areas, making the last couple of hours of incoming with its influx of clean ocean water the best time to fish. Now let's check in with Nikki Fishing Girl on the South Shore.
Thanks, Tim. So today we had a kids trip on the Dixie 2 out of Captree State Park. We fished the Great South Bay. We had the changing of tides from ebb into incoming tide. We went up west of the bridge. We fished hit first the Sore Thumb Cove. We had plenty of short life action. We then worked our way up to the Fire Island Inlet, where we had a couple of keepers, still some short action, but beautiful day. Kids had a great time.
To the west, Captain Steve on the Superhawk reported good fish fluking inside the bays before the wind and the rain. Hopper-laden bucktail 29 fluke on Friday's AM trip. Captain Chris on the Starstream reported a decent day with some nice-sized keepers on Sunday despite all the wind. Monday was rough with shorts most of the day and a few keepers later on in the trip. Mark at Bay Park Fishing said a nice pick of big stripers, mostly from the south and west of Deb's Inlet, and 45 to 50 feet of water on bunker spoons and mojos. He weighed in quite a few fish from 25 to 46 pounds over the last week. Further west, Captain Dave on the Captain Dave out of Sheep's Head Bay reported good fluking on Tuesday with a pool fish of 8 3/4 pounds. From the North Shore in the Western Sound, the porgy bite is full steam ahead, where you can easily limit out on most days. There's also big blues and bass around and an excellent night bite. Blaze at Duffy's told of good chunking action with bass to 20 to 30 pounds, with Matinacock Point and Cooper's Bluff being the hot spots. Further east, Captain James on the James Joseph had a good showing of fluke, including keepers from Smithtown Bay. Light tackle and small bucktails were the key. Good bass action on the smaller James Joseph charter boat, with fish in the 40s on bunker chunks. Now let's check in with Hawaiian Dan.
Thanks, Tim. Reporting this week from both the Central North Shore and Central South Shore Long Island regions, hitting the inlets, harbors, and bays. This week I was able to get some night fishing in. Early morning, I fished in the fog, and I fished from shore. On the South Shore at Smith Point on the Great South Bay side, all the way down through the Narrows. I even had a chance to shoot out to the Shinnecock Inlet a few times. On the North Shore from Setauket Harbor all the way down and through Cedar Beach. Now the North Shore is showing cocktail blues, schoolie stripers, fluke, porgies, and of course plenty of sea robins. The South Shore is what you want to hit for the bigger blues. Schoolie stripers, fluke, and of course sea robins are showing up there as well. Now, the hot color for me was Zoom Bubblegum Fluke. The fluke could not resist it. If you want to keep the count of sea robins down, go with the non-scented artificials and it'll increase the good catch and decrease the bycatch. The fish bite keeps getting better by the day, so if you haven't already, dust off those rods, get out there and fish.
In the surf, blues have slowed in most areas. However, Moriches and Shinnecock Inlets have been the most consistent, and there's a pick of bass at night to 20 pounds on bucktails and rubber shads. On the backside of Demo, swimming plugs are working well at night. The Peconic Bay shoreline is seeing some big fish to 40 pounds on large swimming plugs and darters, according to Canna Tight Lines Tackle. In Montauk, surf guide Bill Wetzel said he's been working hard for a handful of mostly small bass working deep in the south side as well as the north side. The report from the Montauk Surf Masters tournament was inconsistent fishing this week, with a pick of small bass and a few in the teens on the north and south sides. Some guys are putting in all-nighters with nothing to show for their efforts. Nick Bochinko drilled a 26-pounder Sunday night to take the lead in the wader division. If you like fishing the shallows for fluke, then the 7th annual Skinny Water Fluke Fiasco is for you. Here is senior editor Fred Golofaro with the details.
Hey Tim, and yes, light tackle fluking has really caught on around the island, especially this season. With the early start to the season, a lot of the best fishing has been in the bays and in shallow water, which is ideal for the light tackle. In fact, a lot of the party boat captains are encouraging their customers to bring light spinning outfits aboard now, and generally those people do much better than those using standard fluke gear. Well, Captain John and his first mate Dina from the Shinnecock Star, they've taken this fishing to the next level with their annual Skinny Water Fluke Fiasco. That's going to take place this year, next Monday and Tuesday, that's June 11th and 12th, and it's going to be from 5 to 8 p.m. The winner is 2 trips. Each trip is limited to 20 anglers, and there's going to be a Lamiglass Skinny Water Fluke rod given away to the winner on each of those evenings. There's also going to be raffles and giveaways. You're going to have to make reservations. Reservations are a must. You can call 631-728-4563 to reserve your spot and test your light tackle prowess against some of the best fluke fishermen on the island.
Remember, like our video, subscribe to our YouTube page, and be a subscriber to the Fisherman magazine to be part of the Dream Boat contest. Until next week, this is Tim C. Smith for thefisherman.com.
Win the incredible Steigercraft, Evinrude, Loran's Grand Prize Boat Package, and more in the Fisherman's 2018 Dream Boat Fishing Challenge. Get the details at thefisherman.com.